get ready for the final chapter of this World Junior Football Championship. Zion Dogbe Brown will take it at his own 6. Across the 15, dodges at the 20. Can he find some daylight? Gets up to the 30, dodges another tackle across the 40, still on his feet, into Japanese territory. What an opening kickoff for Zion Dogbe Brown of 44 yards into Japanese territory.
Jim, what a fitting open to this contest, because as you know, I wanted to talk about Dogbe Brown off the open in the broadcast and didn't have quite the time to squeeze him in, but he has been a big play machine for Canada so far, both on the ground and through the air on offense. He's one of that group of running backs I alluded to open the broadcast, and you see him make his mark already on special teams. Great strength on his feet for the diminutive back.
First time we've seen a double slot set for Japan on 2nd and 10. The pitch goes to Minobe, and he scrambles his way ahead for a nice gain of about 7 yards over on that far sideline.
Really well-structured run game being shown off so far from Japan there. Is that you just get a traditional speed option, really well done by Kikuchi. It was well done by the Canadian defender there. That was Jeffrey Kabalambi, but there wasn't a second fill defender to pick up the running back on the pitch, so they get a nice chunk there and move.
There is a healthy wind at the back of Naka, who puts it up and puts it through from 46 yards out, and Japan draw first blood at this World Junior Football Championship, going up 3-0. What kind of response will Canada have when we return?
Get into a rhythm here.
First down Canada, ball at their own 19. Gonzalez has 3 to the left side, but he goes to the right side and finds Falconer at the 32-yard line. Nice stretch out by Falconer to get his mitts on that one.
Yes, a nice zip on that ball from Gonzalez, and exactly what I had just alluded to. This looks like a kind of a day one play, just a quick release, a really nice clean release by Falconer off the line of scrimmage there, and he just runs basically a space route. It's not, it kind of looks like a slant, but not a true slant. He just works to the inside leverage on the corner, works himself open. So far, so good for them.
First down Japan from their own 39. Kikuchi over the middle, and it is intercepted. Benjamin Blaze, still on his feet, is run out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The second interception of this tournament for Benjamin Blaze from Andre Grasset.
Boy, have we said Andre Grasset already quite a bit. Blaze was one of the guys that when I talked to the Canadian coaching staff, they were raving about this guy and said, you need to watch for this guy. He is a player. And what timing, given that he had just gotten into it in front of the Japanese bench there. The referees did pick up the flags. There was no foul on it, but he's probably a little fired up after that last play, and then that ball sails right into his waiting hands, and that is honestly a pretty bad misthrow from Kikuchi. Not a Japanese receiver anywhere really near that throw.
And they're all getting along, and they've both brought their best game here to get into the final. There's Gonzalez on play action, throws complete, touchdown Canada! Nathan Carillon from the Saison Giants with his 4th touchdown of this tournament.
Really love the play design there from Canada. They have been trying to establish the run. You get a 1st and 10 in the red zone for the first time today, and you run a little play action. They add Sear, number 18, to help seal the edge, get their man out of the pocket, and frankly, Gonzalez had so much room in front of him. I was actually almost hoping he would run the ball here, but instead he sees Carignan come loose from the coverage and threads a really nice ball into the front corner of the end zone there for the touchdown. Love the throw on the run there from Gonzalez.
Okay. First down for Team Japan as the rain starts to fall here in Edmonton. That doesn't stop Minobe, who spins like a top across the 30 down to the 27-yard line.
Just a little leak from Minobe there. Japan shows the roll to the right side and then throws back against the grain. And the Canadians added on an extra rusher. He just misses Minobe just enough. Number 6, it looks like, was in charge of covering him there, choosing Lacombe, and he steps a little bit too far before realizing the back wasn't blocking him. He was leaking.
He's on 3rd and 12. Kikuchi has time, steps up at the pocket, and he is snowed under. And the chief enforcer was Carlos MacArthur.
And I think that's exactly what was about to be set up there. The Canadian rush just gets home too quickly for Kikuchi to do this. But Minobe looks to leak to the left side there, and he just doesn't have enough time to pick it up. I think the Canadians might have been in a position to stop it anyway, as it looked like Matt Shannon was in the vicinity tracking Minobe. But really good job from the Canadian front four to just beat their men and get home there without having to add extra rushers.
Third sack of the tournament for MacArthur, forces 2nd and 10, Canada. Ball at their own 3.5. They are going to go to the air. Gonzalez airs it out, and yes, he finds Jordan Falconer, who's been his #1 target all afternoon, and what a relief for the Canadian offense.
Falconer has shown some great stuff so far today. Really like the throw there, delivery from Gonzalez. He did have a free rusher to the left there, a little pressure, gets it off on the mark, and Falconer, this is at least the second time today we've seen a really good play on the ball from Falconer down the field as he goes up and attacks that and makes sure that the Japanese defender, who was in pretty tight coverage, doesn't have a chance to get his hand in there.
For Canada, that play didn't burn too much time, and they still have 2 timeouts remaining. Gonzalez looking left side, throws, and it is intercepted. That one was picked off by Tachi Takahara. His first interception of this tournament.
Yeah, Gonzalez upset with himself. I think he stared that down a little bit, and he just misses the white jerseys there. I mean, there are 2 Canadian receivers in that general part of the field, and there are 4 Japanese defenders. You just simply have to get off of that read there, and he just doesn't do it. Had plenty of time, and it's one of those things where I think he maybe just kind of what Japan got there.
The carry by Minobe was good enough for the first down. Japan at the Canada 40. It's drifted up and almost completed as Yosei Takahashi climbed the ladder a bit and took a one-arm stab at it.
Interesting. That's exactly the part of the field that we have seen Japan attack a number of times in their passing attack. It's kind of the dead space. I alluded to it in the first quarter at one point, where it's between those second-level defenders.
This was in CJEP last year. On first down, they will put it on the ground, and they will get some yards with Charles Fortin up to the 48-yard line, making the stop for Japan, Yuto Yoshida, or that could have gone even a little bit longer.
I was, I could see Fortin anticipating that his number was being called on this play, as he may have even rolled onto his toes a little bit early on that play, wanting to get his first.
Good defense there by Higashida, forces the Canadian field goal attempt from 34 yards, and Rice puts it up, and he will put it through for his 3rd field goal of this tournament. Canada leading Japan by a full converted touchdown here in Edmonton. Now, we haven't seen that physical contact necessarily from the Canadian DBs. On 2nd and 9, it's a passing down, and it's intercepted. Isaac Pepin with the pick, his 2nd of this tournament, and that will flip the field for Team Canada, although Isaac Pepin is slow to get up.
So this is a good example of why I would like to see the safety adjustment there, and Pepin undercuts that ball. We have not yet seen either Japanese quarterback show the ability to effectively move the ball down the field. So as a safety, I think you have the ability to start creeping up and undercut stuff. That's exactly what Pepin does here. Now, he's deep downfield, but he makes a really good break on this ball, and from Japan's perspective, like, that's the receiver's there, and that's just an underthrow. And unfortunately for you as Japan, if you cannot complete balls like this, you're going to have a tough time coming back in this game. So really big play for the Canadians, and really big for them to continue the.
Behind Jaden Rice, who gets a boot into it, and that thing takes off like a rocket. Yoshida all the way back to his 10-yard line. Did Canada kick their coverage? Absolutely not. Raphael Obey, number 3, Johnny on the spot, puts Japan inside their own 10-yard line.
10 out of 10 coverage, no notes, would watch again. That was excellent by the Canadians, and there's 2 guys who were crucial here. Bright Rakundo, number 2, will enter your screen here shortly, and then Raphael Obey, number 3, comes and cleans up with a very nice tackle. And we talked about it before the break, Jim, but I consider that a pretty crucial strategic mistake.
Canada goes with 2 receivers each side. They will go to the running game, and here comes Lapostel. He's got some daylight. He's got some running room across the 30-yard line into Japanese territory.
Canada seizing the momentum of a couple of big special teams plays there. Nice stop by their defense. They get the short punt, and they now capitalize on that momentum. And Jim, this feels like a big shift in this one right now. Lapostel from View Montreal, first time he's really gotten it going so far today for a big chunk. We've seen him a couple times for some decent ones, but that's been, I think, probably the biggest rush of the game for the Canadians on the whole. And now it feels like
he hit from 34. The placement's down, the kick is up, and it is through from 24 yards. Third down and about 1.5. And they'll get the first down and more, and a touchdown for Canada. Mika Lapostel with his third touchdown of the tournament, and what is likely the dagger for Team Canada.
Lapostel simply outruns the Japanese defender to the edge there. They're not necessarily trying to get this to the outside of the formation, and Sorato Aida, 91 there, actually does win the edge on the left tackle, but Lapostel is able to just accelerate around him and get to the edge, and he is gone at that point in time. And that should just about do it for the Canadians.
Japan on third down and 10 from their own 40. 2:44 remaining and a whole lot of points to make up. Kobayashi finally finds Tobias Linscott for the first time this game across the 40, 35, and gets out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So there is a pulse in this Team Japan.
Yeah, Canada need a first down here too. It's fourth down.
Yep, fourth down and 1. Kobayashi thinking of the air, and he likes the air because he connects with Mitsui Osaki.
First catch of the game, just the second of the tournament for Iwasaki. And the Japanese finally getting their wide receivers involved here. They've been exceedingly quiet for the
second down. Ball just outside the 9. Pass over the middle, complete, and it is a touchdown, Japan! Yosei Takahashi. Is it too little too late? Well, it probably is, but Japan finally has found the end zone in this World Junior Championship final.
I thought he was brought down short of the goal line there, but they marked it touchdown immediately. Let's see where the knee is down on the tackle here. I think he's short, but calls in and the Japanese are...
This is victory formation, Gord.
Yep, all that's left to do is kneel it out as the rain is really coming on here, so maybe just about time.
Ward Craney just got the Gatorade bucket. If you were placing a bet in Vegas, the color was orange for the Gatorade that was in the bucket.
And the anthem hit the under, but it was pre-recorded, so. As the fans in the stand.
And the excitement begins. There you have it. Your 2024 IFAF U20 World Champions. Team Canada from the home country raised the championship trophy here in Edmonton to applause of the crowd here in Alberta. And certainly a great tournament it was for them.